banks of the Ohio River, it is Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Detroit Lions and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals fans, please welcome your 2025 Cincinnati Bengals.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, man out of the University of Washington. Here's Jake Browning.
And when it comes to Jake Browning's game, Mike, I don't think there's anything that just jumps off the screen at you. It's not a real flashy style, but truth be told, I don't really think that's a bad thing. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and as long as he does his part, I think this offense has a chance to play winning football with him leading the way.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way, and it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it, and boy, did they ever.
Back to throw, Browning. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw, and that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
If he's going to lead his team to a win, he has to be smart with his decision-making. The last thing you want to do is give the opposing team an extra possession solely because you got reckless with the ball. As long as he is calculated with those risks, I think they have a good chance today coming out on top.
He'll get this out wide, and he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
At the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Laporta in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
And the Lions first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He'll manage only a couple. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle.
The tackle by Cam Taylor-Britt. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
15.
They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Chris Jenkins Jr. in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 5. Browning. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Aiden Hutchinson getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Browning now. We'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Detroit.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49-yard line.
And just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and a yard. On play action. Goff. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. It is a big play there for the Lions. 31 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal, Detroit.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Montgomery. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. He'll go play action with Goff. To the goal line and in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this 3rd drive.
Down, a gain of 7. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
3. 2nd down and 3. Gesicki, the man in motion. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Browning. Picked by the All-Pro safety, Kirby Joseph. Going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. at the 5-yard line.
Now Goff. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions move further out in front. It is now 17-0. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Trying to connect with Chase Brown on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Here's Browning. That's complete. It's Yosibon. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
They'll run here with Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Off he goes. And it will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
That's into the hands of Yosibas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. It's the Lions who have the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal as we are ready to get back underway. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He'll set up the screen to Brown, and he will get into the end zone. Chase Brown, touchdown Bengals. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Bengals 7.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Laporta in motion. On first down, it's gone. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move, and that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Throwing, Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll try to run for it. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Lions first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Detroit.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contained rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On first and 10, here's Goff. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of the house.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Goff. This is caught at 2. And he's in. Isaac Tesla. Touchdown, Detroit. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Bates now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Bengals 7.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense are going to get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Throwing, Browning, quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Browning. He runs with it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Now Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now Browning. He'll look underneath here for Brown. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. the play fake. Here's Goff. Headed left, buying time.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Williams in motion. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Look wide, get this one complete. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
And it's 3rd down.
Third down and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slav. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. 33 yards.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one, and they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
Now Gibbs. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
To throw is Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Laporta in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Exiting the pocket right. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. The Lions add on to their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A gain there of 21. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
It's been a rough 1st half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
1st and 10.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Browning now. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 11 yards again. 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Automatic 1st down.
Browning. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw, it's Browning. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. The Lions call their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now, Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Williams in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Big slant caught by St. Brown. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now Goff to get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So, a pair of 1st downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Goff is caught left side by St. Brown. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
He's tackled at the 27-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Lions.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle by Demetrius Knight. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 4. They hand it to Gibbs. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And the Lions are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane. They'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4th down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Gibbs. And he's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Back at the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. Here's Goff. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Lions 34, Bengals 10.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. For Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Reader brought him down. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now faking the give. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
At the 39-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Back to throw, Browning. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. He's going to have our Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Here's Brown. He's got space inside the 25. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
19-yard line.
They'll put a receiver in motion right. Here's Browning. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Aiden Hutchinson. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Browning. Back into the hands of Yosibas. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
It's a pickup of 12 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A loss of 2 yards.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Oren Burks there on the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down. Tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game, and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
On the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Laporta in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Detroit.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Lions.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
This one's broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Into space. Inside the 30. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short because they're going to stay out and go for two. That is caught, and they get the two-point conversion.
Makes the score Lions 37, Bengals 21.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Evan McPherson to
After
kick
the
off
TD,
for
on
Cincinnati.
is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They'll start out first down and 10. Quickly out to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a second and 7 from the 27. They'll go play action with Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. That's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Detroit.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10 now from the 36. On to the fourth quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
First down, Lions.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Room to run at the 35. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A run up the middle. It's Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On second down, Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up fourth and short.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Now Brown. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Browning now. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That's complete. It's Yoshiba. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain there of 15. It's the Cincinnati first down.
Bengals. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down. Throwing, Browning. He'll step up and run this. And he's into a slot to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
But just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
To throw, it's Browning. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Third and long. Browning. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. Out of bounds, a couple of yards short. It is fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Bengals will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Laporta in motion. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's brought down at the 31. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, here's second down. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. The tackle him at the 38, but that run is good enough to pick up the first down.
38-yard line. A gain of 7, and the Lions first down.
And the key to this balanced attack, like the one we're seeing here, Mike, is that everything looks the same. The defense is constantly on their heels as they try to diagnose what play's coming next. That level of unpredictability gives them the edge on any given down.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
Laporta in motion. On first down, it's gone. That one out wide to Gibbs. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points.
Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Louts another catch for his favorite target. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
26 yards.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Cincinnati Bengals.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Gesicki, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll hit the deck here. Remember, that mark comes at the start of the slide. So only a gain of about a yard.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's good.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of
well,
2.
the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Back to throw, Browning. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down. Browning. This one caught by Chase. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Browning. He'll step up and run.
Well, Mike, this is not somebody that you're usually afraid of beating you with his legs, but every now and then he can do just enough to extend the play. It's exactly what he did here. Picks up enough yardage, converts the first down.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. He'll drop to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
2nd and goal. Back to throw. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Noah Fant. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out, per the new rule, to the 35-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. Laporta in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up fourth down. What a hit. The Lions will punt this ball away. Charlie Jones, deep to return. forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 2.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. He'll look underneath here for Brown. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the Lions have come up with the football.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind, and let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory, and after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. And this one really all over but the shouting. 1 timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
What's going on, guys? What is even happening? What are we doing? What was that? Me and the homies can trade your outfits. You gotta step it up. Marcus! What even was that play? What was that? Game's not over. Why are you giving up?